Just a quick comment about Turd Flinging Monkey's Black Lives Matter video linked below. He's right. Government is destroying black families. Evidence of how government has been doing this for more than a century can be seen on many, if not most, of the American Indian reservations. How is government destroying black families? It began with the Great Society legislation passed during the Lyndon Johnson administration. At that time, future Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan was serving in the Johnson administration, and he warned Johnson that the Great Society programs would destroy black families by driving men out and replacing them with the government. Literally for decades, I have argued that the reason Moynihan knew this was because he saw it happening on the Indian reservations. From the very beginning, the reservations have stripped men of their role as protector-provider. With nothing to do, the men languished. Deprived of the masculine role models and the restless male energy, Indian families lapsed into dependency, despondency, and depression. During the past 30-odd years, several tribes have begun working to counter that. The Harvard American Indian Project refers to it as nation building, but it could as easily be called family building. My tribe finally achieved federal acknowledgement of our federal recognition 16 years ago. By that, it's meant that about 160 years ago, our tribe was recognized. So we finally got acknowledgement of that 16 years ago. I served on tribal council for 10 of those years, and during that time I have seen the attitude of dependency on the government begin to infect members of tribal council. I've done my best to counter this by, among other things, encouraging everybody in my tribe, as well as in other tribes, to read and apply the lessons in the great book by Bill and Will Bonner, Family Fortunes. Ooh, here we go. This book, there you go, right there. Bill and Will Bonner. One thing that came up in an excerpt from in Turd Flinging Monkey's video from one of John Stossel's episodes on Indian dependency had to do with the claim that America owes Indians government handouts to make up for historic oppression and racism. That's the leftist spin, and it's never been the case. Just as the children of wealthy families inherit stuff, Indians have an inherited treaty relationship with the United States government. As it says in Article 6 of the U.S. Constitution, this Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made, or which shall be made, under the authority of the United States, shall be the supreme law of the land. That includes Indian treaties, and the treaty relationship Indians have inherited. But this is not something individual Indians can simply assert. Treaties are government-to-government relationships. Hence, Indians may assert their inherited rights only through their respective tribal governments. What about tribes that did not sign treaties? The treaty relationship is accepted to exist. Oh, and Iron Eyes Cody, the crying Indian, he was actually Sicilian. In an upcoming video that I only just began to script, I'll address Stefan Molyneux's video on Indian genocide. While there was an apocalypse, there was no genocide. That much is true, and I'll explain why. But Steph's video on the subject was a major disappointment. I had hoped for and expected better. But I still watch and enjoy his videos, just as I enjoyed and very much appreciated Turd Flinging Monkey's most recent video.